Where words fail, music speaks, said world-renowned author Hans Christian Andersen. And famous author Henry Wadsworth Longfellow was quoted as saying, "Music is the universal language of mankind." Music has the power to communicate with us through our emotions, and it ties us to our people, places, and events in our lives. Because music is a non-threatening medium, it is being used as a therapeutic tool to reach into the musical memories of Alzheimer's and dementia patients for their emotional and behavioral well-being. Tonight, you will learn what music therapy is, why it is an important method to treat Alzheimer's and dementia patients, and how and who can perform music therapy.
Good.
In order to know the why, you need to know what music therapy is. And music therapy is a non-threatening therapeutic tool that uses musical activities, typically involving listening to music, singing, and playing musical instruments. It is a recreational form of therapy that's used to treat a variety of different issues, such as Alzheimer's and dementia, or AD. And it is used alongside of traditional medicine with the patient's physician and other healthcare professionals. The Alzheimer's Association, the Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins Medicine, and the American Music Therapy Association all have pages on their websites dedicated to music therapy use with AD patients. There they list some techniques that are used, such as identifying the patient's preferences and setting the mood by using tranquil music to calm patients, or upbeat music to lift their spirits. They suggest avoiding overstimulation by minimizing competing noises, and go commercial free to avoid confusion. They suggest to encourage movement, such as dancing and clapping and foot tapping and finger snapping. And
You got it. Look at your notes.
I
Yeah.
know. In order to create an ongoing individualized plan for each patient that achieves the best results, they are using the emotional and behavioral reactions to the different, to measure, they're measuring the emotional and behavioral reactions of the patients against the music that's being used, the techniques, and the delivery methods. Now that you have a basic knowledge of what music therapy is, let me help you to understand why it is so working especially well with AD patients. Music has influence over us, the ability to make us feel and react. By using a therapy that harnesses music's abilities to evoke emotional responses in patients with memory-robbing diseases such as AD, patients are having remarkable moments of recall by listening to the music of their youth. Music can calm and agitated AD patient, and it can reduce and relieve stress, anxiety, and depression. And it can shift their moods and stimulate positive interactions, as well as enhance mental performance. According to an article written for the Mayo Clinic by Dr. Jonathan Groff Rodford, he writes, musical memories are often preserved in Alzheimer's disease because key areas of the brain are linked to musical memories and are relatively undamaged by the disease. And Linda McGuire, lead author on a study done by the Alzheimer's Association, was quoted as saying, musical aptitude and music appreciation are two of the last remaining abilities in Alzheimer's patients. Because they remain long after other abilities have passed on, music is an excellent way to reach beyond the disease and reach the patient. So now that you have a concept of what music therapy is and why it's being used to treat patients with AD, who can perform music therapy? A music therapist. And a certified music therapist must be highly specialized and skilled in order to engage with patients and work cooperatively with other healthcare professionals. According to the American Music Therapy Association, the music therapist is a professional with a bachelor's degree or higher in music therapy. The field requires knowledge in psychology, medicine, and of course, music. They perform, track, and measure results for efficacy. You can find additional information on becoming or locating a music therapist on the AMTA website, www.musictherapy.org. I hope that you will take an opportunity to introduce it to other people in your lives that may possibly benefit from it. That's my plan. I am on the path to becoming a music therapist, and by the time that I have completed my degree, I will be able to perform music therapy for the emotional and behavioral well-being of Alzheimer's and dementia patients. Let me leave you with a thought, that there might be other forms of recreational therapy being used to treat AD patients. But I believe that music therapy is experiencing the most notable success. Thank you.